Welcome back everyone to day 3 of the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge. And let's see what we have. Oh boy! It's not a very long way down there. We are on a snow-peaked mountain. Really fun. And where are our building coordinates? Let's get that checked out exactly. We are supposed to be building at 96, 148, 455. We are, here's 97. This is 96. This is 148. 96, 148, 455 is 453. 455 right right here then. Therefore, let us try to think which is the square we're actually on. Alright, here it is. This space right here is the building location. Therefore, I will put one on each end and we can get rid of anything that's above it. Good. Let's start clearing out this area. Now I want enough light up here so that we can work here throughout the night without being attacked by mobs. This is the only night that we'll be able to do that, because after tonight we'll have to worry about phantoms, because they will be coming out after 3 full nights of no rest, and this will be the 3rd night of no rest because we're not allowed to sleep here in the MHC. And once I have this cleared out, I can start planning what kind of castle I want. Now, pretty much it's going to be a simple castle, meaning pretty much just a keep. I suspect that's all I have time to build. There are many castles historically which started out just as a keep, then over time another lord then will put on another edition, then another edition, and so on. So many castles weren't built in just one generation, but they are built on time, assuming the fortunes of the family ever increase enough in order to justify a larger place. Let's first, though, get the place cleared out. Looks like we have everything cleared out here, and this pick is survived. Very well. I've got how many stacks of... Ooh, nice set of stacks of cobblestone. Good. So here's going to be the center. What I'm going to need then is to define my layout. And how big of a place do we need? Obviously it needs to be defensible. It can't be too large. Let's see. This then is our only way up, and it's going to be outside of the keep itself. Good, because that'll make it more defensible. Because if we had something that opened up right inside the castle itself, it'll be easier for enemies if they've managed to find our little postern gate here in order to get through. Now, based on the heights I see here, there should be little trouble in being able to keep an enemy out. Now, there actually might be a place where I could make a quick way down if I were careful, but I'm probably not careful enough in order to do something like that. I should perish the thought on that. See, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What I want to do is, if this is the center point, how large do we need this place to be? 1, 2, 3. If we're going to work with the natural terrain, that's probably what we need to do right there. And then we want interior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could do that by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the interior is 8 by 8 and the interior is 10. Of course, we do have this little bit there to worry about. We could do something like this. That way we won't have it too squarish. It's not going to be a particularly huge area, but it may be able to do for what we want. Let's try this, see if this gives us anything that will be useful, other than the fact that we're going to have snow all over the place. Okay, the snow is melting slowly if it's too close to the torches. Alright, that's good to see. Good. So this is here. We've got this here. We'll need an entrance and an exit. Well, this will probably be the best place for the entrance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have it here, so it could be nice entry here for us. Now, as for anything that may want to enter, we will probably have this as a nice defensible area. So therefore, this is going to be a secondary entrance, because in a castle you have a fallback area. It's very similar to what you would do in a gatehouse if I were dealing with a larger castle. In this case, I'll just have 2 doors, 1 by 1 in here. Now, eventually, I will have a ceiling on there. In fact, I'll need a ceiling there by tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is when I'll have to deal with phantoms. But I do have to deal with other potential mobs tonight, so let me make sure I've got plenty of light going all around here. I don't want anything spawning. I don't know what can reach up here and what cannot, but I figure as many torches as possible will keep us from having to answer that question the hard way. Therefore, our biggest weakness in our defenses will be from the air. And the only thing that in Minecraft, alright, that I know that attacks from the air are phantoms. This will be the last one here. Good. That should reduce the number of mobs that get in here. Besides, like this size of this place, there are probably not going to be too many places that are going to be far enough away in order to actually be able to spawn anything. How much wood have I got? Not much. I have to keep that in mind. The biggest thing I have to worry about is keeping up with pickaxes, which is the main thing I'm going to be using my iron for. Well, I have enough iron for 1 more pickaxe. Good. Just to make sure that nothing, absolutely nothing, well, spawns around here. I think I've got everything covered, well, except for that spot right there, that spot right there. I think it's all covered up. Good. And we have this little weakness in our defenses, but we can take care of that as time goes by. For now, though, I want to get the walls up. Now the question is, what do I make the doors out of? That would be nice if you could have a portcullis or something like that. Ooh. For the, what is the space race for October? One of the things they asked you to do was to put in the Orion Nebula pack and have it loaded. I think it was for the sky, even though the only thing that I have out of it are the circular sun and moon. The sky itself, I think it's still a standard sky, and that in order to have the enhanced sky, you need Optifine and turn on enhanced skies or some special thing like that. Since I don't have Optifine, that is sort of a moot point there for me. Now let's get this up here. Now the question is, how high does the castle need to be? Obviously, it depends on how large a force we've got up here. It's probably not going to be a very large force, because you don't need a very large force in order for this to be defensible. And I can imagine that while this place is really defensible, it's not exactly what you call the most desirable piece of territory that's around, because it's not only a pain for enemies to get into, it's also a pain for us to get into. So I do have to answer the question of, what is this place for? We have to be able to also control the territory around here. So there's something that has to be controlled. I'm wondering, what? What in here? In this desolate area here, I mean, we've got these plains here, but they're a little bit far. I would presume then that there has to be some sort of quick way down to some resource. Either that or there's some sort of resource in here. But this is so high up, it's maybe useful as a quarry, but not exactly what I call useful as a mining area. There you go. That'll keep us in here. We have our defense force here, so therefore if we had to fall back and we could, what could we, we'd have to have some sort of way of doing something nasty to any enemy that managed to get in here. Now of course, when you're in a position like this, narrow entrance here, two positions here, we've got, I suppose I'll have to make an oak door for this, because that's the only material in Minecraft I can see that may give us a door at this moment. Let's put our hearth. Be a good place for a hearth. Oops. Well, that's... Oh, this is the main way of getting in here, and there's no real way to the back, which means I could have a rear door here. Not exactly what I call a place easy to get to and break into. And this rear door would... What was I thinking of doing with this thing? I wanted to... I think I was trying to get back there, and now I can't remember why. Oh well. But I'll probably need the rear door for something anyway. Or maybe this is a better place for the rear. I don't want two rear doors, that's for sure. Yes, this is probably the better area for the rear door. So we'll close this back up. And there you go. This is the main entrance, the entrance that leads down into whatever that is going to lead into. And I wanted to know that so I knew where to put the hearth. We could put the hearth right here then. If we got the hearth there, what do we want to do with that? It'd be nice if we actually had some food in order to put into there. I have one sapling and the dirt. I'll have to mend the dirt situation at some point. Well, for now, we'll just have to put some coal into there. Get a few more torches because I'm sure I'll be needing them at some point. Good. And how tall does this need to be? Main thing that we're going to be needing is a place for people to be up on top here, so therefore we could shut the door. If we could get some more iron, we could have some iron doors. Right now, though, only 5 iron ingots. And the iron is going to be way down near the beginning that we had there. We're going to have to go down, see if we can get some iron tomorrow. That's going to be one thing to do. And then as soon as it turns night, I could try coming back up here. I'll be around in the places probably most of the time, hopefully, and not exposed to the sky because we don't want phantoms coming up tomorrow. Good. Yes, we want an area up here. So that means we'd want a stair step right here, maybe? Let's get one set of stairs. Let's say 2 sets of stairs. Now, I would use stone brick for this rather than cobble if I could afford stone brick. Probably not the best orientation for that. But at the moment, I don't have much in the way of stone brick. Let's see, 1, 2, because that will mean alright, I have to do it this way. Because getting stone brick would mean using up let's see. I could do 1 stack of cobble into smooth stone. It at least help me to get some variation for it, right? Is it worth 8 coal? Because I have so much little coal left. I'll have to grab coal. Well, if I'm going to go down in order to get iron, then I should be able to get coal also while I'm on that little journey. It looks like the moon is going down. Now, is that the horizon there where you have that little thing there? Because if that is, then it is, yeah, that must be the horizon. So therefore, the moon is dipping down and the sun is coming up. No mobs in the area. It's starting to get light. It says day 2. Oh, that's right. This episode is over when it says day 3. The idea here is that we will be able to have some places where we could drop things upon the enemy here. So we shut the door there. We could spill things in here on the enemy when they come in. That's the entire idea of that. Because that's how we make this as defensible as possible. It is now, oh, it's still day 2. Oh, now it's day 3. So that's the end of the episode, and therefore I'm going to head down and return to you in the next episode in the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge.